Kapag tinanong ka ng isang offensive question, sasagutin mo ba o gaganti ka? Yung totoo. We are back once again this week to listen to another interesting story. Yes, welcome back. Ako nga pala ang inyong millennial tito, Tito Alvin, na magbibigay sa inyo ng mga opinyon na never nyo naman talagang hiningi. Mga opinyon at kuro-kuro tungkol sa iba't ibang problema ng ating mga storytellers. Kung saan, nais nilang malaman kung ang mga desisyon nila sa buhay ay tama ba o mali. But in this podcast, it's going to be pretty o petty. So, kung hindi pa kayo naka-follow, please follow us na and don't forget to give us a 5-star rating na din. But before we go to our story, I would like to take this opportunity to greet my brother bear a happy birthday. Woohoo! Yes! Exactly today, at the time I released this episode, ay birthday ng aking Chupatembang. Happy birthday sa iyo, Nat! And for those who don't know yet, meron siyang bike channel sa YouTube which is Forever Bike Noob. So sa mga listeners natin na bike enthusiast, try watching his video sa YouTube. Meron siyang mga videos ng rides niya to far away places like Mandaluyong, Quezon City Circle, SM North, etc. Chareng. Yeah, kidding aside, may mga rides siya sa Baler, sa Baler, sa Rizal, Cavite, and Quezon Province ang pagkakaalam ko. And apart from that, meron din siyang mga tutorial videos about biking and product reviews ng mga bike parts. And should I mention na yung mga product reviews niya sabihin na natin kasing level na mga professionally made commercials. Yes! Kaya check it out guys, especially kung mahilig kayo sa mga bikes. Just search lang for Ever Bike Noob sa YouTube. Yung number 4, tapos Ever Bike Noob. Yan. Currently, nasa 74k followers na siya. Bigatin yan, 74k. Ano yan, on his way na yan to earning his silver play button. Kaya, i-follow nyo na din siya, yung channel niya, para pa-birthday gift na din natin sa kanya. Okay? Yawn. Kaya, Nat, again, happy birthday sa'yo, kapatid. Also, i-shoutout ko na din si Karina. Nag-iwan siya ng comments sa ating Q&A section for episode 3 and episode 6. So, thank you so much, Karina. Sa episode 3, which is yung kahit sa CR may log-in, log-out episode, sabi ni Karina is super relate daw siya sa scenario ng ating storyteller and good thing na hindi insensitive ang mga managers niya. Okay, good for you, Karina. Isa ka sa mga pinagpalang hindi coops ang manager. Naway, masabuyan mo kami ng iyong angking swerte. Also, from Karina, sabi niya sa episode 6, which is yung nagpautang pero tinawag na freeloader episode, sabi niya, na parang mas affected daw ako kasi baka hindi na mabayaran yung 10k na utang. Yes, Karina, super affected ako. Hanggang ngayon, iniisip ko pa din bago ko matulog kung nabayaran na ba yung 10,000. Aba, hindi maliit na halaga yan . Pero thank you again, Karina, for leaving your thoughts sa ating Q&A section. Kaya guys, be like Karina. Okay? Mag-iwan din kayo ng comments sa Q&A and poll sections ng bawat episode natin. Pwede kayo magbigay ng insights nyo about the topic or general feedback about sa podcast. Yan, highly appreciated natin yan. To access the Q&A section sa Spotify, open nyo yung podcast natin, then go to the specific episode, tapos scroll nyo lang sa baba. Okay, makikita nyo na doon yung Q&A section and poll section. Okay? So, apart from the Q&A section, idadamay ko na din yung mga masisipag na sumasagot sa ating poll section. Hindi ko nakikita kung sino kayo kasi anonymous yan. Pero maraming salamat sa mga feedback ninyo. Ang kwento natin today involves asking road questions. I mean, rude questions. Naalala nyo ba yon yung naging viral na meme? Yung "you're so rude." Ganyan. Ganyan na magiging tema ng ating usapan for this episode. Kaya, let's not wait any longer and let's go to our next segment, which we call Story Time.
Hi, just call me Fleming. I have been in a long-term relationship with my boyfriend for 7 years already. Na-invite kaming one time ng boyfriend ko sa isang birthday party ng previous co-worker ko. A girl, if I may add. Small party lang sa house niya. Nothing too, fabulous, but that's not the point. Apart from past co-workers who also attended the party, there were also other guests from her current work. Siguro there were like 15 guests in total. Pero that's irrelevant. Let's move on to the juicy part. So, we had dinner, tapos we had some drinks, kwento dite, kwento donchi. Me and my boyfriend were sitting on the dining table together with a few other people chit-chatting. At some point, paikot na ako siguro sa kanila that me and my partner were together for a long time na. So, keto na ang chika. This girl, who is my friend's current coworker, had the audacity to ask me a very personal question. And I quote, "So wait, are you the one getting fucked or are you the one fucking?" Kebarbaridad! Natutulog ata siya na nagpaulan si Lord ng decency sa katawan. And take note, she's not even drunk because she's drinking a fucking LaCroix. And we're not that close in the first place para magtanong siya ng personal questions like that. Even my own mom doesn't know anything about my sex life. So, being the fabulous gay man that I am, hindi papatalo ang lola niyo. So I replied to her with another question. And it goes, "So, when you're getting fucked, do you like cowgirl or doggy style?" Then suddenly her face turned red, stood up, and yelled, "That's so fucking rude." She stormed away while I gave her my best RBF. My friend, the birthday celebrant, even sided with her, telling me why I had to say that. And to end this very dramatic story, we just left the party and decided to never see any one of them. But in hindsight, am I really rude?
Ooh, dramatic indeed. Yes, I can feel the sassiness and fierceness from our storyteller this week. I'm loving it. Ganon. Okay, fortunately, hindi pa naman tayo natatanong no, ng ganyang klaseng question. Well, technically meron na. Pero, coming from really close friends, and I mean really close friends talaga. So, I guess that's okay. In this case kasi, hindi naman sila close. Pero in reality kasi, meron talagang ganyang tao eh. Sa kasamaang palad meron talagang ganyang tao. Yung mga taong pasmado ang bibig, yung mga taong naubusan ng brake fluid ang bunganga. In the words of our storyteller, walang decency sa katawan. Taklesa, period. With a T, period. Now, as Filipinos, in general okay, meron tayong, what do you call this? We have conflict avoidance tendencies. When I say conflict avoidance, we usually don't speak up if we feel we are wronged or pag may nagawang mali sa atin, especially in a group setting. Kasi tayo, we value harmony and group relationships so much that we try to avoid any type of confrontation in any given situation. Or when facing a combative person, tulad ni ate girl sa ating story, di ba? medyo combative siya eh. Yung way of questioning niya, siguro feeling niya hindi siya combative, pero technically, yes, she is very combative with the type of questioning. We tend to just smile or nod along to avoid the situation from escalating. Normal yan for Filipinos and Asians, mostly Asians. Merong talagang tendencies to avoid conflict, okay? Comparing it to the Western counterparts sa Europe tsaka sa States, sila medyo individualistic ang approach nila. So, they really value their personal thoughts. So, kapag may nagawa kang mali sa kanila, they will really speak up. Pero, ibahin nyo ang ating storyteller of the week. Yes, descendant ata siya ni Lapu-Lapu. At sinisiguro niyang wala siyang uurungan. Diba? Tsaka in fairness ha, ang bilis siya mag-isip ng isasagot. Siguro kung ako yung tinanong ng ganyan, yung medyo, hindi nga medyo yung super personal. Baka natameme lang ako, Siyempre, shocked ka sa mga nangyayari. Hindi mo ini-expect na itatanong sa'yo yon. Tapos added pressure pa na kung may ibang taong nakikinig sa conversation na naghihintay na sumagot ka. Alam mo yun? So parang ang daming factors na nangyayari sa paligid mo. Pero let's try to understand yung nangyari. I have a feeling na itong si ate girl ay wala naman siyang ill intentions when she asked that question. Okay? Yes, offensive ang question, pero I strongly believe na wala naman siyang bad intentions. Siguro sadyang out of touch lang siya sa reality ng mga tao sa paligid niya. Parang ano lang yan para siya yung isang mong tita during your reunion na tatanungin ka kung bakit wala ka pang anak, wala ka pang jowa, wala ka pang asawa, di ba? They don't mean any harm. Kumbaga, they just want to start a conversation. Or maybe, para siyang yung isa mong kaibigan na matagal mo nang hindi nakita, tapos nung nagkita kayo, ang una niyang napansin, yung weight mo. Uy, yung taba mo na! Yan, yung mga ganyang linyahan, most of the time, they don't really mean any harm. Sometimes, they just don't know how to start a conversation. O yun nga, maybe sadyang out of touch lang sila sa mga bagay na accepted or hindi accepted sa society. Pero, it doesn't mean na they are off the hook. They need to know that what they did is not right para hindi na nila ulitin. Diba? Kasi itong si ate girl, yung opening salvo niya, yung opening question niya is something that I believe, something that people should never ask someone. Whatever happens within the four corners of the bedroom is off limits to everybody else. Not unless yung tao mismo yung mag-open ng topic ha. Kumbaga sinabi niya sa inyo voluntarily na ganito siya, ganito ginagawa namin sa kama or whatnot. In that case, you have a sort of like a soft approval from that person na you can freely talk about the topic. Pero syempre, dapat be sensitive pa din. Kumbaga, know your boundaries. Ito kasing si ate mo girl, medyo feeling close. Na? Siguro meron din siyang close gay friends na tinatanong niya ng same question tapos they seem fine about it. So maybe that gave her the idea na this particular gay couple in our story, si Flamingue at yung jowa niya, would be the same case na parang wala lang sa kanila yung question. Pero ito, usapang baklaan na lang. When gay friends talk to each other, hindi ko nila lahat as in, based from experience, when me and my gay friends talk to each other, it's kinda normal for us to talk about the roles in bed. Kung sinong top, sinong bottom, versa, side, or whatever. That's the case, at least noon, during my younger years. Medyo common yung tanong yan, sinong top sa inyong dalawa? Sinong bottom? Ganyan. Normal yan noon. I'm not sure now kung normal pa rin yan. Pero, if you're going to think about it, ang bottom line nun, friends mo ang kausap mo. Friends mo yung sinisharean mo ng information. So, there is somewhat a level of security and comfortability kasi you know the person you are talking to. Pero minsan din kahit close friends mo na, hindi ka pa din dapat ganun ka-komportable to talk about these things kasi nga, it's too personal. Kaya, you should determine the right balance kung ano yung pwede, ano yung hindi. Okay? Papakiramdaman mo. Sa case ni Flamingay, hindi naman sila friends eh. I can't even consider them acquaintances kasi feeling ko dun lang sila nagkita sa event nung pinuntahan nila. That's the first time that they saw each other. So, I totally get na the manner of questioning ni ate girl or the question itself is really uncomfortable for Flamingay. Maybe kung sa akin nangyari yan, I would feel uncomfortable too. Pag-usapan naman natin si Flamingay na pinaglihi siguro ng nanay niya kay Andres Bonifacio kasi atapang atao. Ang luma ng joke, my God, titong-tito. Anyway, given na awkward na yung situation, he was able to manage his composure and retaliate with a very creative, I should say, and very iconic comeback. Agree ba kayo na iconic ang kanyang comeback? The comeback of the century. So, instead of just answering the question or avoiding the question altogether, he threw back the same question kay Girl Alets. Kumbaga, ito yung naging mic drop moment niya. Oh, girl, pak. Oh, yan, mic drop. Siguro yung tumatakbo sa isip niya is, since you are asking about my sex life, I think it's just fair for me to ask about your sex life. And I think, for me, it's just fair. Kung kaya mong tanungin sa akin yan, dapat pwede ko rin tanong sa'yo yan. Ako, ganun lang yung naiisip ko dito eh. Kaya, hindi ko magets kung bakit bigla na lang nag-react ng ganun tong si Ate Kerr. Bakit nung siya yung nagtanong, okay lang. Pero pag tinanong siya of the same question, biglang rude na, di ba? Labo! Labo, min! Sa panahon ngayon, the moment you ask questions like that, expect that people would be asking you the same thing. She had it coming right at the moment she popped that question. O, di ba? Parang kanta lang yan sa Chicago eh. Yung musical, yung, anong title nun? Anong title ulit nun? Cell Block Tango. Ayan, yes. Parang Cell Block Tango yan eh.
He had it coming. He had it coming.
Yan. Pero in this case, she had it coming. Ganon. Parang ano sunod doon?
If you have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Oh, tama na yan. Okay na yan. Baka ma-copyright strike tayo bigla or baka ma-discover ako ng isang producer. Tsareng! Pero yun na nga, hindi ko talaga magets kung bakit siya nag-react ng ganun. To be fair din naman meron din naman talaga taong sadyang open sa ganyang conversation and topic. Pero, okay lang din sa kanila na tanungin ng same question. Okay? Parang, tipong, open silang tao, ano ba yung mga sex lives natin, kamusta ba yung mga sex lives natin, gano'n. Normal sa kanila yung ganyang usapan. Kaso, itong sa Ate Girl Lalu, weird talaga ng reaction niya, te. Hindi ko magets. Hindi ko maintindihan. Considering na hindi pa daw siya lasing noon kasi LaCroix ang iniinom. Sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ang LaCroix, ang spelling niyan is L-A space C-R-O-I-X. Okay? Brand yan ng sparkling water. Okay? AKA carbonated water. AKA tubig na fizzy. Okay? Anyway, the big question dito is, tama lang ba yung ginawang retaliation ni Flamingay? Some people din kasi may say na he doesn't have to stoop down on her level or there is a better way to handle the situation. Which I totally agree with, no? 100%. Meron naman talagang better way to handle that situation. So most of you will say na dapat he should have kept his cool or just calmly said na her question is way out of line and very inappropriate. Agree naman talaga ako dyan. Sabi nga nila, di ba, lahat ay naaayo sa magandang usapan. Kumbaga, ideally, that is your go-to when it comes to dealing with conflict like this. You have to remain calm and you have to think twice before doing something. Yun naman talaga dapat ang ating path na tinatahak to deal with conflict. Pero here's my take on this and I'm going to base it on how I would possibly handle the situation based on similar past experiences. Kung gugulatin mo ko with that kind of questioning, of course, I will be in a state of shock during the first few seconds. Siyempre, shock ka. Ha? Anong klaseng tanong yan? Di ba? As in, a few seconds na I will try to navigate my thoughts and think of a way to respond. Meron ka lang few seconds, mga 1 to 2 seconds to think. And then slowly, magsisink in sa'yo na dapat may gawin ka. Hindi pwedeng tahimik ka lang. Either sagutin mo yung tanong niya or do something else. While in that state of shock and pressure, sometimes, and you can agree or disagree, sometimes you will just grasp and say the first thing that comes to your mind. Minsan nga wala ka ng time mag-isip kung yung gagawin mo tama or mali di ba? Take note, you are trying to come up with an answer and at the same time, you are trying to deal with your emotion, whatever that may be. Galit, lungkot, gulat. So, tinatry mo yung i-deal ng sabay-sabay. And in this case, you were asked a very offensive question. So, naturally, your instinct is to be defensive and be angry. Now, if I'm angry, I will either walk out of the conversation or maybe just nod or smile or I'm going to say a sarcastic remark. I don't know. Those would probably be the things that I would initially do. Lalo na sa sitwasyon ni Flamingay, no, it seems that nobody else in that table called ate girl out or sitahin si ate at sabihin, hoy, out of line yung questions mo ha. Like, hey girl, I think that's too much. Or, what the fudge that question, girl? Walang ganun. Walang nag-step up. So sadly, it appears that Flamingay and his jowa, his boyfriend, were left on their own to defend themselves. So, yes, Flamingay was stooping down on her level, pero I think that is warranted in that situation. Was it the best way to deal with the situation? Probably not. But at the height of the situation and the cards you were dealt with in that instance, sometimes we just have to go with what we have. Madaling sabihin na dapat ganito ginawa mo, dapat ganyan. But we are the people on the outside looking in. Madaling magsabi kung anong gagawin. Pero magiging iba yan the moment na ikaw na ang nasa scenario. In this case, ate girl sets the tone of the conversation and Flamingay is just following her lead. Isa pa sa mga hindi ko magets, yung tong friend ni Flamingay na birthday celebrant. Hindi ko alam kung nag-imbestiga ba siya sa mga nangyari, pero it seems like kinampihan pa niya si ate girl, di ba? Na, keso, why do you have to say that? Keme rot. So, Flamingay, sabihin ko sa'yo na kung hindi na kayo nagkikita ng friend mo na to, I guess, good riddance? Also, ito para sa mga listeners natin, to all of you pretty people. If you think that other people are being offensive to you, huwag kayo mag-smile lang, no? Smile lang, huwag ganon. Avoid giving fake smiles just to avoid the confrontation. Wala namang masama to air out your opinion or to air out your thoughts. May it be bad or good thoughts, walang masama to air it out. Don't just contain that emotion. Alam mo kung bakit? Compromising your true feelings and then storing up those emotions, if you bottle up those emotions, will have a negative effect in your health in the long run. Study the things that might frustrate you para in case you are in a situation wherein you have to deal with that frustration, you can handle it the best way you can. And one way for you to be able to do that is by listening to this podcast. Kasi pinag-uusapan natin itong mga petty things and mga pretty things para kapag kayo na nasa ganong sitwasyon, alam nyo na kung anong gagawin nyo. Oh, diba? Ang ganda ng segue ko. We've reached the part of the podcast where we determine if Flamingay is pretty or petty. The time has come for you to know your verdict. I will say that you, Flamingay, are pretty. Like what I mentioned earlier, there will be negative effects when you suppress your emotions. While it is good or nice to have a smooth conversation and harmonious relationship with others, you need to know how to deal with conflicts if they arise. Flamingay story doesn't give us the right to be condescending to people, na rude sa atin. That's why it's better to understand our emotions ahead of time and learn how to manage them accordingly. So, ayan, that's the end of our episode 9. Again, if you don't follow this podcast yet, please do follow us and listen to our upcoming episodes. And don't forget to share this episode or podcast using the hashtag PrettyPettyThePodcast. You can also follow us on Instagram at PrettyPettyThePod, in TikTok at PrettyPettyThePodcast, and in Facebook, bit.ly/PrettyPettyThePodcast. Or just search for Pretty Petty the Podcast in Facebook. Now, kung may kwentong flamingay din kayo, kung nagtanong sa inyo tungkol sa sex lives nyo, at gusto mo ding i-share dito sa podcast, kung matapang ka, or isa kang brand looking for brand partnership or collaboration, please send us an email at prettypettythepodcast@gmail.com. And with that, lagi nating tatandaan to always stay pretty at wag maging petty. Bye!